Hi guys, my name is iPhong and welcome to iTalk. Before we start these videos, the 10 Crunchyroll Anime Awards voting stage is still going on, and by the time you guys and girls are watching these videos, 3 days left, and for those who haven't voted today, you guys and girls have the chance to vote once a day, and by the time you guys and girls are watching these videos, you guys and girls only have 3 times to vote left, so don't miss it. Don't forget to check the description down below. For those who haven't voted today, there's a link to the Crunchyroll Anime Awards voting, and you guys and girls get to decide which animes deserve to be the best of the years, and which movies deserve to be the best film of the years, and which voice artists in both Japanese originals or in English dub to be the best of the years. So don't miss it. Even though that the Crunchyroll's Anime Awards is just the entertainment purposes at the end of the day, and the audience votes, it takes only 30% or 40% of the voting results, and the judge takes 60% or 70% of the results, and everybody knows that the judge lineups, some of them being biased. And I'm not gonna lie though, not all judge is bad and not all judge is good. So it is what it is. We're gonna go with the flow. And as I said in the previous talking videos, we need 20 nominees each category. 6 nominees each category is not enough. And please give our audience, please give us the chance to vote for 2 nominees each category, please. Alright, so don't forget, anime is fictional and it's just a work of art, and I hope you guys and girls try your best to separate fiction away from realities. There's gonna be moments that there's the realism in animes, and there's gonna be a weird storyline, but still, anime is just a work of fiction, they're not real. So please enjoy anime, and don't be toxic to others. You guys and girls are free to state your opinions in the comment section down below. Everyone is free to state opinions. Everyone has different opinions. All your opinions deserve to be respected, but do not be toxic to each other just because their opinions is not the same as your opinions, okay? Alright, so I'm gonna admit, in the previous talking videos, the videos that I vote for the 10 Crunchyroll Anime Awards, and hearing about my ranking, I actually made a big mistakes. Yashiro Nene was voiced by Kitou Akari, not Itou Miku. And I know that the Demon Slayer's fans are upset at me because Kitou Akari also voiced this character, Nezuko. And Nezuko didn't make it to the must protect at all costs. And so is Kitou Akari didn't make it to the best voice artist nominees for Japanese original anime dubs. And I'm not gonna lie though, I always get mixed up with the 2 voice actresses, Kitou Akari and Itou Miku, because they get, I mean, like, I would say it's a compliment, because sometimes there's gonna be voice actors, voice artists, voice actress. They have similar styles of voice acting, and I'm not gonna lie though, we all human, we watching animes, we can not like 100% recognize voice artists immediately. So this is my bad on me, and I'm very sorry about that. Also, I really want to add on that Kitou Akari also voiced Kian Hina from Okisura's I'm in love with the Okinawanian girls, but I wish I can understand her. That anime was in charge by Studios militancy, and the same studios who was in charge for Berserk. But still, don't miss out orchestra. Don't sleep on the animes. That is actually a good slice of life anime. It teach you the life in Okinawa, and it's really interesting to learn that you're promoting the culture. You're promoting Okinawa to anime enjoyers, which is nice. But at the end of the day, anime is fictional, and I mean, like you can see that maybe anime teach you some things, but at the end of the day, if you actually go to Okinawa, maybe that not everything is being listed because what we see in animes is just only 5% of the Japanese cultures. We not know it all, to be honest. We not know it all. So be humble, enjoy animes, but be humble, and try to always having a mindset that not everything we see in animes is everything's Japanese culture. So yeah. Anyway, I really want to talk more about Itou Miku's what she did in 2025. Itou Miku voiced the main characters from the many sides of Seiyuu radios, or the voice artist radios, which had the Studio Connect was in charge of. And I'm not gonna lie, the storylines reminds me of Oshinoko, but don't worry, alright? The many side of voice artist radios, no one passed away, okay? No one passed away. But it still show you the dark sides of the entertainment industry. It still show you the dark side of being a voice artist, or even working in the radio stations, or working for the entertainment industry, but you can only saying things in the radios. But yeah, I'm not gonna lie though, there's many animes that is underrated, and also good slice of life, and good dramas, and really hope you guys and girls check the many sides of Seiyuu radios and orchestras. Don't sleep on them, alright? It's a very good slice of life anime, but unfortunately those animes not being nominated, which is a bummer, because at the end of the day, only 6 nominations each categories. Very few animes being promoted, not enough. That's the reason why I said in the previous talking videos, we need 20 nominees each categories. So anyway guys, I really want to talk about the animes that I haven't watched in the previous talking videos, and I spent a week trying to watch the animes that was being nominated for the 10 Crunchyroll Anime Awards, and come back a week later and talk about it. So what did I watch for this past week? I watched SANDA, I watched Kowloon Generic Romance, I watched Moonrise, I watched Orb on the Movement of Earth. I'm not gonna lie though, there's a lot of old fans out there, and I can understand why, but we're gonna get to that later. But let's talk about SANDA, which has Studio Saru was in charge of. And for those who don't know, Studio Saru, it's the same studio who was in charge for Dandadan season 1 and 2, and the second season was nominated in a lot of categories for the 10 Crunchyroll Anime Awards, and a lot of people judge the 10 Crunchyroll Anime Awards as the Dandadan 2 Awards. And as I said in the previous talking videos, I totally disagree, and I will explain why later. And for now, I really want to talk about SANDA. And the reason why the anime name SANDA was because there's a boy, a young boy named Sanda Kazuhige, which was voiced by Murase Ayumu, and he just having a normal school life, but then suddenly a tall girl. Yeah, she's very tall. Her name is Fuyumura Shiori, and she was voiced by Shoji Omega. And yeah, the tall girl asked the young boy to meet in private, and then suddenly the tall girl tells that the young boy was actually the descendants of Santa Claus, and everybody know who Santa Claus is the old man in the red coat, giving gifts to kids every Christmas. And yeah, in the first episode, the tall girls use a knife to harm the young boys, and then suddenly the young boys turns into the old man, Santa Claus. And I had to make this clear. The young boy, anything relates to red in his body or in his shirts, that returns the young boy into the old man, Santa Claus, in the red coat. Well, no, actually, no, not in the red coat. In just white and boxers, white underwear. But yeah, very weird storylines, but I love it. Okay, at the end of the day, anime is a work of fiction. It's just the work of art, and so just enjoy animes. Try to separate fiction away from the realities. And anyway, and the old man Santa Claus has the jobs to do, and the two girls has to tell Santa Claus to find the girl's name Onoichi, which was voiced by Nagase Anna. Santa Claus has 3 powers. Santa Claus can deal with high heat, which yeah, the episode when Santa Claus can go through fires to save the girls. And the second power is to identify who is lying by bad lucks everywhere. And the third power is being immortal, but at the same time you still can feel pain, you know. And also the young boy has anything red in his body or in her shirt returns to the old man Santa Claus only on his white underwear or white boxers. But to get the old man Santa Claus to transform back to the young boys, all he needs to do is just eat candy. And it's a really good drama storyline, some action there as well, especially Yuri involved, girls love involved, and I'm not gonna get into detail about that, but I'm not gonna lie though, very weird storyline but in a good way. And I would highly recommend you guys and girls to not sleep on SANDA, and go give it a watch. And I think that SANDA deserves to have the as much nomination as Dandadan season 2. And I'm not gonna lie though, I still think Dandadan season 2 should not have been nominated for the romantic animes or comedies animes, but we're gonna get into that on why I think Dandadan season 2 get nominated on those 2 categories, the rom-com categories, but we're gonna get into there. I really want to prove that I watch the animes that being nominated that I haven't watched in the previous talking videos. But yeah, this past week I also watched Kowloon Generic Romance, which had the studios Arrow Animations. And I'm not gonna lie though, the first 10 seconds is Bandai Namco Films works, and I was like, oh no, what did Bandai Namco did to Arrow Animations? So to say the truth, I skipped the first 10 seconds of while each episode while watching Kowloon Generic Romance. I skipped the first 10 seconds because I really don't want to see Bandai Namco Filmworks intro at all. Because everyone while watching the animes, they just want to get into the storyline and that's it. They don't want to see Bandai Namco's Filmworks and then Shueisha. I mean, yeah, it's credits, and I totally respect that. But I really want just credit in the opening themes and the ending themes, and that's it. People reading credits for a reason. I really don't need to have the intros because yeah, like maybe because I'm in the middle of the 10 Crunchyroll Anime Awards, so it feels like in the rush. So I just only skip the first 10 seconds intros. But yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I really dislike Bandai Namco Filmworks intros. I just want to get into the storylines, and that's pretty much it. I'm not gonna lie though, opening theme songs and ending theme songs of Kowloon Generic Romance, I'm sorry, I cannot pronounce the name at all. So I'm just gonna stay silent about crediting who sing the opening themes and ending theme songs of Kowloon's Generic Romance for now, because yeah, if I pronounce wrong and there's gonna be people upset at me, so yeah. Anyway, Kowloon Generic Romance is the anime that had the studio's overall animation was in charge of, and it's the storylines about Kuchirai Reiko's or Kuchirai B. Well, that had Shiraishi Haruka voiced by, and I really don't want to say anything about the storylines of Kowloon Generic Romance because I feel like it's a supernatural mystery animes, and I feel like anything I said could be a spoiler. So I don't want to talk about Kowloon Generic Romance too much, but what I can talk about is the background art, because Kowloon Generic Romance was nominated for one of the background art animes. Yeah, so I can say that the background art is okay, kind of neck and neck with Kachiakuta's, but at the same time that I still feel that the Sama Hikaru died, that has studio Side Games Pictures was in charge of, has made the background art. So I don't think Kowloon Generic Romance needs to be there, but it's really nice that, hey, I know about Kowloon Generic Romance now, so I'm gonna give it a watch and then judge. At the end of the day, which animes has the best background art. And I'm not gonna lie though, Kowloon Generic Romance also have yaoi, boys loves elements going on. So for those who enjoys boys loves storylines, then go for it. Go watch Kowloon's Generic Romance. I'm not gonna lie though, it's not because the anime titles Kowloon Generic Romance is because of generic romance animes in Kowloon. No, it's not like that. Oh, it has extremely complex dramas that you guys and girls maybe enjoy. So yeah, go give it a watch. And I feel like, yeah, it's a mystery supernatural animes, and I really don't want to say anything about the storylines of Kowloon Generic Romance at all, because I feel like anything I said that may spoil the storylines, because like there's the types of animes that make people want to think and trying to figure out that what is going to happen next. So I really feel like I don't want to talk much about Kowloon Generic Romance. The best I can talk is about the background art of Kowloon Generic Romance. The city views is good, and at the end of the day, everything collapses, it feels like Gachiakuta's and Kowloon Generic Romance gonna have a neck and neck battles. I still feel like Gachiakuta's background art slightly better, but at the same time, like I feel that the Summer Hikaru Dai deserve to be the best background art. Yeah. Also, I watch Moonrise, which the animes that had big studios which in charge of, and it's actually a ONA. It means that it's gonna show only in streaming device. It's not shown on TV for some reasons. So Moonrise is original animes, and as I said in the previous talking videos, in the first day of voting, I know zero original anime at all. But then the third days of votings, I watch Apocalypse Hotels, which animes that has studio Side Games Picture was in charge of, and I still feel like yeah, I'm gonna do my punishment, and I'm gonna do day 1 pick this, day 2 pick that, day 3 pick this, day 4 pick that, and yeah, like I pick Moonrise, and yeah, I seen a lot of good feedback about Apocalypse Hotel. Then I give it a watch. Then, well, to compare with Moonrise and Apocalypse Hotels, I feel like Apocalypse Hotels deserves to be the best. Even though I haven't watched Sensu, but we all know what happens to Mappa's original animes. But yeah, I feel like Apocalypse Hotels should win the best original animes, and it feels that yeah, we want Side Games Picture to win some things, and not just the Summer Hikaru died. Apocalypse Hotel deserved to be it. But let's talk about Moonrise. When you seen the name of the animes and the TV shows, you're gonna expect it's a space anime, and space animes has been around for a very long time. And for those who enjoy Star Wars, then you might enjoy Moonrise. And I'm pretty surprised that there's singers also have the chance to voice acting as well, which is Anna the End. It's an artist who sing the opening theme songs for Dandadan Season 2. And I still keep my opinions because of the first season of Dandadan opening theme songs by Creepy Nuts was too powerful. Then I feel like the next opening theme songs is going to be The Shadows. So I'm sorry, Aina the End. I didn't vote for the opening sequence and the anime songs categories. I don't think you need to be there. But I'm not gonna lie though, I really like it when singers attempts to voice actings. And also Aina the End voiced Mary, and Kobayashi Chiaki is actually there as well. He voiced Jacob's shadow. And well, something's bad happens in the first episode, but in the very beginning of the first episode is the latest of what's going to happen in the 6th episode. So I feel like in order to get the audience find the footing of the animes is to watch the first 6th episode first, and try the best to focus on the footing of the storylines, and then go to the main story, the climax, and yeah, that's what it feels. And also the opening theme songs is instrumentals, and I know for those who are fans of Moonrise who gonna get angry at me for this. I skipped the Netflix series intro. I'm not gonna lie. Like again, as I said in the beginning of this videos earlier of these videos, I feel like Bandai Namco film works intros. Yeah, I really want to skip the first 10 seconds, and the same things at the Netflix series. I want to skip the first 10 seconds. I just want to get into the storylines immediately. Yeah, I can say it's because of we in the middle of the 10 Crunchyroll Anime Awards, so like I want to rush it. And also because of the opening theme songs is instrumentals, and yeah, Moonrise fans gonna get angry at me. I skipped that as well. But I know the ending theme song Daijobu. It's actually really good. It's chill. It's something that I never heard before from Aina the End. But yeah, I really like her ending theme songs. And for those who haven't watched Moonrise, do I recommend it? If you like space anime, if you like Star Wars, go check them out. I mean, like it's the space animes having a human shooting humans with a gun. I don't think there's lightsabers. But yeah, there's people of the Earth and people of the Moon, and there's wars. And the anime takes place in the moon. So go give Moonrise a watch if you have free times. And you guys and girls are gonna enjoy it. And also like try your best to watch as much original anime as you can. Don't be like me, okay? And then next year you find out that, oh my god, I haven't watched any of the freaking categories. I don't know what to vote. So yeah, at least that there's animes being promoted, then I feel like yeah, I should give them a watch as much as I can and as quick as I can, and then later on, then having different opinions. But yeah, I still think that Apocalypse Hotel deserve to be the best original animes of the years, and it's 12 episode versus 18 episode. So yeah, you guys and girls gonna enjoy the animes better. But yeah, I'm happy that Moonrise getting promoted, getting nominated for one of the best original animes, and I feel like yeah, I should give them a watch. But I cannot say the same for Lazarus because I've seen a lot of negative feedback on the internet, and I haven't watched Lazarus, and I haven't watched Zenshu, and I don't know. Leave the comments down below if I should watch Zenshu. And yeah. Anyways, let's talk about Orb because you guys and girls are waiting for this. Before recording these videos, I spent 2 days watching Orb on the Movement of the Earth, which has Studio Madhouse was in charge of. And for those who don't know, Studio Madhouse, it's the same studio who was in charge of the first and the second season of Social Interference. And Yamada Level 9999 and a lot of crazy anime. Also, Madhouse was the studios that made original Trigun, right? If I remember correctly, leave the comments down below if I wrong or right, okay? But yeah, I really like the storylines of passing the batons. The first storyline is about a young boy named Rafał, which was voiced by Sakamoto's Maya, and the fathers. Is he a father's or an uncle? His name is Hubert, which was voiced by Hayami Sho. And yeah, there's gonna be the antagonist of the story, and his name is Novak, which was voiced by the legendary deep voice artist, deep voice artist Suda Kenshiro, also the same person who voiced Joe Logan from Ninja Kamui. And we all know how upset we were when finding out Ninja Kamui won the best original animes from the 9th Crunchyroll Anime Awards. And Kenshiro Suda Kenshiro also voiced Nanami from Jujutsu Kaisen. But oh my god, when I watch Off on the Movement of Earth and when I listen to his voice, he did an absolutely good job. His deep voice, awesome job. I'm not gonna lie, he should be nominated for Best Voice Artist, but unfortunately he didn't make it to the list, which is sad. And I'm not gonna lie though, later on it's a storyline with the Glass and Oxy, and later some Glass fall down and passing a baton to Oxy, and Oxy get the chance to meet with Badini, which Badini voiced by Nakamura Yuichi, by the way, the same voice artist who voiced Gojo Satoru from Jujutsu Kaisen, and Clever Test in the devil form, dragon forms that Studio Leidus was in charge of, and so many talented individuals voice acting on the Moments of Earth. And I'm not gonna lie though, the opening and the ending theme songs, wow, why didn't they get nominated? Because they can be easily sweep every single nominations that are being listed now. I'm not gonna lie though, Second Action, their song is awesome, their music videos is astonishing, lots of view as well. And I'm not gonna lie though, I totally understand how Orbs fans are feeling right now. The opening theme song, the ending theme songs, not getting nominated, only having anime nominated for the best drama series. But I'm not gonna lie though, I still give my opinions. I feel like Takopi has a storyline that easier for audience to understand than Orb on the Moments of Earth. To think about it, the storylines of on the Moment of Earth, I really like when animes like having I don't know, like at the end of the day anime is fictional, right? But they also have the historical characters from the 15th centuries. And I'm not gonna lie though, even without internet, humans back in the day were absolutely evil, but at the same time we can do it again with the power of the internet. Please don't, okay? Please don't. But anyway, that the antagonists and they feel that there's gonna be people following the truth of the science is evil and it deserves to be executed. Well, that happened to a young boy, which is unfortunately yeah, I don't think it's getting busted. The young boys confess in public that I'm gonna follow the science, and he get locked up inside the cell, but there's like a drink, and the young boys decide to drink the wine with the poisonous powders, and yeah, I mean the first 4 episodes very good footing, but later on I feel like people should watch 16 episodes, the first 16 episodes to understand what is going on, and it's passing the buttons, passing the knowledge, and passing the truth of science. Because back then, that the storylines, I think that people back then believed that the Earth was centers, but there's gonna be people believe that the sun is centers. But yeah, like it just feels that Orb on the Movement of Earth has caused out a lot of social issues. For example, that deny on the correct knowledge, denied on the truth, and also at the same time having a teacher teaching the later generation of kids the wrong things, and yeah, it's like a form of censorship. Like if the governments dislike of what the citizen said, the citizen gonna get executed, and it's a very bad form of censorship. And I really like when anime calls out social issues, and at the same time I really like it when animes also call out the social issue of disrespecting the woman as well, because there's a storyline about Cholentas later on, and I'm not gonna lie though that the woman deserves to be respected, man. Like I feel so bad for her to having all of her works being I can say it's kind of stolen, but at the same time like all of her works, and then she give it to her brothers, and then the brothers hand his work, well, hand her work to Piast. It just stole all of the credit, and just saying that all of the work is done by him. So it's stealing at the end of the day. So I feel so bad for Cholenta. And then later Badeni and Oxy met Cholentas, and Cholenta joined in. And we find out that Cholentas is also daughters of Novak, and yeah, later on we know what happened to her, which is very sad. Novak is broken, and later on there's a storylines about Draga, and I'm not gonna spoil too much. But I hope it's enough to prove you guys and girls that hey, I watched the animes that being nominated this past week, and then let's see if my opinions change or not. And at the end of the day, I still say that Takopi has better drama than Orb on the Movements of Earth. And I also feel that the Orb on the Movements of Earth is kind of mixtures of Vinland Saga. I think Orb sometimes has a good quotings on there, quotation words. And at the same time also mixer of Dr. Stones, because it's science animes at the end of the day, and people trying their best to protect the science, trying their best to get people to know the truth of science, and then bring the knowledge from next generation to generations. Then yeah, I'm not gonna lie though, I understand how all my fans feels now, and it's 25 episodes, and I'm not gonna lie though, I had to agree, because I feel so bad for all fans. Orb on the Movements of the Earth is so underrated. It's fairly rated on my anime list, because it's a very good anime and it's high rating. But the reason why it's underrated because I don't see it's being promoted on the Anime Awards. They do, but it's just not as much as ReZero. So yeah. Also, you guys and girls can watch Orb on the Movements of the Earth on Netflix, and but yeah, I still keep my opinions. I feel like Takopi has better dramas than Orb on the Movements of the Earth, because Takopi only have 6 episodes, while Orb on the Movement of the Earth has 25 episodes. So yeah, I feel like having fewer episodes like to get people understand the storylines better, get the footings better, and get to the main climax of the story better, and then knowing what's gonna happen at the end. So yeah, again, Madhouse is a studio well known for only make one season of the anime, so still, I feel like Orb on the Movement of the Earth has a really good storyline, and I would highly recommend people to watch Orbs. And at the same time, I feel so bad for orphans. Orb is being slept on, but yeah, it's still a very awesome anime. I highly recommend. But to having best dramas of the years, the battles between Takopi and Orbs, I still feel like Takopi deserve the best dramas, because it get people to understand the storyline much better, and also calling out the social issues like Asian parentings and school bullying. Just because you're having a miserable life doesn't mean you have the right to hurt others, alright? And I really need more animes calling out social issues, because I really like those types of animes that can actually teach later generation, teach kids about life, teach kids not to bully others, teach kids not to cyberbullying, teach kids not to be the bad parentings, okay? Because like violence solve nothing. Alright, just slow down. Like teach the kids that hey, why this bad, why this is good. Parenting them that hey, like what do you learn from watching any movies, watching animes, or what do you learn anything by playing games? And there's gonna be some fan service, like you're gonna be there with your kids that at the end of the day, tell the kids that anime is just a work of art, it's just a work of fiction. So there's artists, they just want to be expressing freedom of art. So yeah, at the end of the day, enjoy animes, don't be toxic to each others. Everyone's free to state your opinions. And just because their opinions is different from your opinions, it doesn't mean you have the right to be toxic to them. Don't do that, okay? So yeah, that's the best that I watched this past week. And yeah, Crunchyroll's Anime Awards 2026 voting stage is still going on, and my opinions still don't change. And I'm not gonna lie though, I have to respect all fans. Orb is a very good anime. Moonrise, I give it a watch. Pretty good space animes. And for those who enjoy Star Wars, then give it a try. It's a good original animes, but I don't think Moonrise has the chance to win, because Apocalypse Hotel is very good. It's too good, to be honest. And SANDA deserves as much nomination than as Dandadan Season 2. And Kowloon Generic Romance, I feel like the background art, cities, views, city background art, and everything collapse. I feel like neck and neck with Kachi Okuta's background art. I feel like Kachi Okuta's slightly better background art than Kowloon Generic Romance, but I don't feel like that both Kachi Okuta's and Kowloon Generic Romance are enough background art to face the Summer Hikaru died. And also to mention the second season of the Apothecary Diaries. Also good background art as well. So I'm curious which anime wins the best background art of the year. Is it gonna be the Apothecary Diaries season 2, or it's going to be the Summer Hikaru Die, or is this none of them? It's going to be Kowloon or Dandadan season 2 or Kachi Akuta's. I don't know, but yeah. Anyway, talking about Dandadan season 2, here we are. I'm gonna explain why Dandadan season 2 being nominated as the best rom-com category, which is well, in the previous videos I mentioned about the clock scene. Well, there's more. And there's actually I feel like it may be count as a romance aspect because the final episode, the cliffhanger episode actually of the second season of Dandadan, there's a new characters, Kiss Okaroon, also his real name's Ken, and Momo Ayase was so shocked that she crushed I think a robot design or the house design. Then everything exploded at the background, and a lot of people memed that, wait, there's someone still inside. And yeah, it's a cliffhanger. We have to wait for the third season of Dandadan to see what happened, if that person still alive afterwards. But anyway, I feel like that's pretty much it for Dandadan season 2 for romance aspect. It's just the clock scene and the final episode where there's a new characters, Kiss Okaroon, also known as Ken. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't feel like it's enough romance aspect to face My Dress Up Darling season 2. I don't think it's enough aspect to face The Fragrant Flower Blooms with Dignity. I don't feel it's enough. Okay, Dandadan season 2 is not a romance anime. It's mainly focused on action. Okay, and also comedy. Yeah. There's also new characters, a big fat boy, and he's in the middle of the loop. I can say that. The first season of Dandadan has the scene where Okaroon tried to find Momo Ayase, and the same thing, Momo Ayase trying to find Okaroon at school. And in the second season, still using the same scene, but the only thing different is there's a new characters involved, the big fat boy. And yeah, he trying to come to Okaroon's tables and trying to be jealous why these girls surround him, why he's not. And then the big fat boy trying to think about how to impress girls. Oh, making jokes. To be specific, the adult jokes. And it fails miserably. And later on, the big fat boy has the superpower, but yeah, he is a fan of a robot, so he can create a robot to defeat Kaiju. But again, that is pretty much it on comedies. So I don't know. I can say that Dandadan do have comedy aspect because I remember in the first season of Dandadan, yeah, fan service, and the robot aliens with has that thingy. But yeah, I feel like Dandadan season 2 doesn't have much comedy aspect as Witch Watch, which has studio Biburi Animation Studios which in charge of. But again, I feel like best comedies category, I feel like there's no choice at all except Witch Watch by Biburi Animation Studios. And a lot of people were upset that Grand Blue Season 2 being slept on, and the new Panty and Stocking being slept on, which the anime that has Studio Chica was in charge of. Grand Blue Tour was having Zero G and Libers was in charge of, and by the way, we're going to have season 3 of Grand Blue, by the way, but I feel like the damage is there because the leak and the cut contents, because I seen the feedback on the internet that when the anime comes out after so many years, oh my god, there's when they read the mangas and they feel like the mangas is more hilarious than the animes, but still the animes still have hilarious moment, also has some dramas aspects as well, but yeah, very mainly focus on comedies. But at the end of the day, it's sadly that the church, I don't know. I don't know who thinks Dandadan Season 2 is funny. I don't know who thinks Dandadan Season 2 is romance. I don't know. So, yeah, it feels that the best comedy, we don't have any choice at all, except only one choice. But I don't know who's going to be the winners of the best comedies or the best romance animes of the 10 Crunchyroll Anime Awards, because I feel like the majority of people who don't watch slice of life or don't watch romance mainly focus or comedy mainly focus animes, they would vote for action animes instead, and they would vote only for the anime that they have watched, which is totally understandable. I mean, most people does that, right? But to vote fairly, little choice, not enough. Like as I said before, 20 nominees please. 6 nominees is not enough. But yeah, it is very disappointing, and it makes people think that the 10 Crunchyroll Anime Awards is like the Dandadan 2 Awards. But I have to say again, I totally disagree, because I seen Crunchyroll's pushing advertisements, designing the poster, the trolleys on Publix. Hey, go download Crunchyroll, we have Kachiakutas. And I feel like it's going to be the Kachiakutas Awards instead of the Dandadan Season 2 Awards. And I tried to watch Kachiakuta before, and I so want to add on that the opening theme songs by Pale Dust is actually good. And I think it's a really tough one, because I already 50-50 choice on the opening sequence category. So I'm just gonna keep continuing to do that. But for those who really enjoy rock, heavy metals, and want to vote for Pale Dusk to win the best opening sequence, then go for it. Okay, go for it. But I'm really curious. Alright, because with who's going to win without second action on the opening sequence, and who's going to win without Yoroshika for the ending sequence, because the opening and the ending theme songs are so good, and I feel so bad for those artists not being nominated for the opening and the ending theme sequence, which is sad, to be honest. And also, I totally agree on the feedback about best anime songs being totally unfair, mixing the ending and the opening theme. I dislike it. Instead, like, we need the category for the film music theme categories, because there's a lot of good songs from anime movies that being missed out. And I also feels like there's very few categories that focus on anime's film, anime's movies. So it feels like a lot of studios would think that what's the purpose of making anime movies anymore? And we have Takobi having 6 episodes only, having more nominations. So movies have lesser nominations than the TV anime. So how is that fair for those who making movies? And I feel like for those who making movies, they're gonna lose motivation after that. They just want to push making TV animes, and trying to think about, oh, we need to get as much anime awards as we can. So it doesn't seems right. It doesn't feels right. So like it feels like we need more categories that focus on movies, focus on films for the anime awards more. So like more studios who makes animes have the motivations that, oh, we can finish the arc with the types of movies like that. Yeah, that's what it feels like. But let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Alright? So yeah, that's pretty much it. To sum up, I watch SANDA, I watch Moonrise, I watch Kowloon Generic Romance, I watch On the Movement of Earth, and I also explain why Dandadan season 2 being a rom-com, which I feel like no, they don't deserve. Dandadan season 2 not deserves to be nominated as best comedy and best romance anime at all. And yeah, I also clarify that Yashiro Nene and Nezuko was voiced by Kitou Akari, not Itou Miku. And Ao Yuki made the statements that she voiced her best in the 5th season of Rent a Girlfriend, and she wasn't wrong. And I'm really happy that there are passionate people behind the scene. But I cannot say the same for the manga authors though. I'm sorry, Reichi. But yeah, let me know down the comments down below. What do you guys and girls think about Rent a Girlfriend season 5? What do you guys and girls think about Seiyuu Radio? What do you guys and girls think about SANDA? What do you guys and girls think about Moonrise? What do you guys and girls think about Kowloon Generic Romance? What do you guys and girls think about Orb on the Movement of the Earth? And yeah, all opinions deserve to be respected, but don't be toxic to each others, okay?